every bit and part of the center is operated by solar power. Like this biogas system recently built to consolidate fuel for the kitchen. Alternative energy mechanisms are given significant attention at the farm, where cooking methods are totally eco-friendly. Using solar, pellet and parabolic solar ovens, which can cook food and boil water in less than 20 minutes. Several systems have been advanced to continually reduce deforestation. A biocharcoal system via which litter in twigs and leaves from the farm's vegetation is recycled and turned into manure ensures that nothing goes to waste at the farm. Now one may ask, does anything go to waste here? No is really the answer. Everything on this farm is utilized and reinvested and recycled into production again, like this area reserved for the making of what they call biochar or biocharcoal is actually designed to recycle waste that is mixed with manure to be used in farming again.
Okay, biogas and biochar, it's only bio, which is the same name, but it is something totally different. Yeah? The biochar we are using here, as was rightly said by Mr. Barrow, all our crop residues, which can be small sticks, leaves, our prunings, our cuttings, and it is a process like traditionally in the bush people use their cambos, yeah, cut their trees, make charcoal for the use of cooking, while we actually here our prunings are using to bring it back, especially to bring it back to enhance the fertility of the soil. Yeah?
Everything is recycled.
Everything is recycled. I could have burned this leaves into ashes.
Like it is usually done all over the place.
It's done all over because right now the farmers are cleaning their fields.
Here you are saying that these burnt twigs and leaves can be actually recycled into the farming process again.
Yeah. The process of making the char is actually, it doesn't need oxygen to burn. If you are lighting your firewood or you just want to burn it into ashes, it's the oxygen who makes it into ashes.
After this burning, where does this process go?
We are closing it off, so the process is not in need of oxygen again. It are the gases which are coming out. It's a gasifier process who are making this one into char. Yeah, you can see the result down there. Now the biogas, we have been talking our last session about the effluent coming from the biogas. It is an organic fertilizer. If we add this effluent from the biogas again on top of this biochar, it's double. 1 and 1 is 2. So this is really enriching the soil.
Give me a different soil which is not treated with nitrogen or some of these constituents you're talking about, and soil that is treated with it. What difference does it make in production?
You know, the techniques which we are trying to promote here at my farm is for sustainability purposes. Sometimes when you use a chemical fertilizer, directly you will have a better yields, but over the years you see a deterioration of your soil. What we are trying to do with sometimes these tedious processes is for the sustainability of our soil. We like to have a permanent system, a so-called permaculture system, where we are recycling every back to our system and where we can produce over the years. Yeah?
Thank you so much. Now, another wonder about this farm is a biogas extractor. It could be the 5th of its kind in the country. A major innovation which has been tried here.
This here is a barrel, it's a 200-liter barrel. This hole dug and cemented in is around 40 centimeters deeper than the barrel. Yeah? Then you see an inlet and a so-called outlet. The inlet is a little bit higher, the outlet is a little bit lower. There's a pipe going to under this barrel. Yeah, this under 40 centimeters where this barrel cannot reach. That is where the so-called slurry is coming in. And that slurry exists from our pig dungs and our rotten mangoes.
How do you put this slurry in?
It just goes in a small pipe.
Is that the extractor?
No, it's not the extractor. It's just a pipe. It's very small to ensure that people don't throw whole pieces of mango in. we first have to process it into a slurry. So we just press it through with a stick. Then it's coming in the collection area. It's going to form gas.
Tell me, how long does it take to form gas?
2 weeks. That is only the starting. You know, I said it's just new. Yes?
Amazing. Slurry put here in 2 weeks and you will start having biogas, pure biogas that can be used for cooking and other uses. Yep. Amazing.
Well, you can see in a week's time this barrel is coming up. When it comes up, I know there is gas inside. Okay. Yeah?
So the gas collection underneath pushes the barrel up.
Yeah. In a normal case, you know, when we have a manure, just all this rotten mangoes laying outside, that same gas will form. But where does it go? It goes into the air. It's methane gas. It's actually pollutive. So we are capturing it and we are bringing it to good use. It's going to a local cooker, and on that we can cook our mango jam again. So good mangoes will be cooked on waste mangoes.
Waste mangoes help to provide gas. Now tell me, there aren't much of these in the country. This one we actually seen could be the 4th or 5th. There aren't much of these in the country, yes. Yeah. Tell me, who built this one?
Well, there was an old man called Bakari Jatta in Buyam, which we visited a few years ago, and he came up with this brilliant idea. By the way, he also learned us a lot about the biochar. Yeah, so it's a man with good organic and sustainable ideas. Yeah, and from there we copied it. Yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah, this is working well. Though this is a small system.
So you can make it bigger than this?
You can make it bigger than this. We first start with a demonstration. You always start small, and from there you learn. This one will be able to cook us breakfast for our whole farm staff. Yeah. If now I want to go bigger, I need to put like a 2,000 liter tank, big as the water tower there, and then I really can cook meals for our students who are coming here on a daily basis, learning and working with us.
Initiated by a Norwegian lady called Marit Ulderheim, my farm mainly looks to empower youths and communities to help themselves.
Be sterilized. And there again, we can do that by putting them into a big pot of water, put the firewood under, and we boil the jars.
It's usually done.
It's usually done, but because firewood is our trees. Trees is our future. We are cutting the trees. We don't want...
You are saying no to deforestation, and as such, you have to use the solar oven.
The sun is for free. The sun is there. Every day it comes up, it goes down. It comes up, it goes down. So when it's there, the resources we have to capitalize on them.
Now tell me about this sterilization. How long do the bottles have to stay here?
Well, if the sun now is full hot, it will be around 130 to 150 degrees Celsius, depending on the intensity of the sun. And it can be there for an hour, and it's fine. But we just had it in the morning. Before the jam is ready, it will be after midday, so then they are good and hot and sterilized and clean, free from germs. Since it is a dry season, we try to promote as much as possible alternative cooking technologies. That can be the solar in the dry season. Now when it comes to the rainy season, we know we have a challenge, yeah, because it might be very cloudy. And
during the rainy season?
Well, that's why we are just setting up a new biogas system. Biogas, and we also do have a Mayan turbine stove where we're using groundnut shells. Yeah, but also in the rainy season they become moist and it's difficult to lit it.
So you're trying to avoid the conventional means of energy by all possible means.
Absolutely. Though nevertheless, we are here in a mango orchard and that has to be trimmed. So we are not wasting the forest if we are trimming. So those trimmings we use to cook with fire. Because sometimes we have a lot of visitors, students who stay here, residential camps, or the big cooking pots for the mangoes. That is going to be a bit difficult, and the solar cookers.
We'll avoid firewood as much as possible.
As much as possible.
Tell us about this oven. It is designed by the Solar Association. A well-insulated box with a black inner surface that accumulates heat generated through the double glazed lid. Is this the future?
I cannot be one-sided, yeah? But as what we are trying to do is to showcase a whole range of alternatives. Yeah, and what suits for me here in Nemakunko might not suit for another woman in Bassi area, for example.
Solid, a good alternative.
Absolutely. And then what I even mentioned, when we're coming to Bassi, the sun is more hot, so people should capitalize more on the good use of the sun.
Trainees are introduced to a wide range of techniques utilizing local products for the money